So, good morning, students. For the chemistry lecture, here in the first unit, you have studied thermodynamics and thermochemistry. In paper number 3, physical chemistry, DSC 3B, the second semester. Here you have studied the basic concepts of thermodynamics, first law of thermodynamics, spontaneous and non-spontaneous processes with examples, statements of second law of thermodynamics, Carnot cycle and its efficiency. Then you have also learned the entropy, physical significance of entropy, then the statement of third law of thermodynamics and calculation of absolute entropies. And in case of thermochemistry, you have studied the basic principles of thermochemistry, then concept of standard state and standard enthalpies of formation, integral and differential enthalpies of solution and dilution, calculation of bond energy, bond dissociation energy and resonance energy from the thermochemical data and variation of enthalpy of a reaction with temperature, that is the Kirchhoff's equation. Then the second unit, here it is the chemical equilibrium, and we will see this uh, small unit later on. At first we will see the important unit, that is the here kinetic theory of gases. This is the unit number 3, kinetic theory of gases. Here, so let us begin with the kinetic theory of gases and which points are studied in this chapter. That points are the postulates of kinetic theory of gases and derivation of kinetic gas equation. The postulates or assumptions of kinetic theory of gases and derivation of kinetic gas equation. This is our first point. Then the ideal and non-ideal gases, deviations of real gases from ideal behavior, compressibility factor, causes of deviation, van der Waals equation of state for real gases, explanation of real gas behavior by van der Waals equation, boil temperature, critical phenomenon, PV isotherms of real gases, or they are also called as Andrews isotherms for CO2 gas, continuity of a state, critical constants and their calculation from van der Waals equation, Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution laws of molecular velocities and molecular energies and their importance, temperature dependence of these distributions, then most probable average and root mean square velocities and the numerical problems. All these points you are going to learn in this chapter. So, one by one, at first, the first point, postulates or assumptions of kinetic theory of gases and derivation of kinetic gas equation. Here, so the kinetic theory of gases. Here, the molecular kinetic theory, it is a theoretical model to explain the properties of gases. And all of you know the matter exists in three states, and that three states of matter are solids, liquids, and gases. And all of you know the solids have definite shape and size. They have sharp melting points due to the strong van der Waals forces in between the fundamental units of the solids. Then in case of liquids, again they have sharp boiling points. They have a fall loop but not the definite size, and it is due to the less van der Waals forces in case of liquid molecules. And in case of gases, there are least van der Waals forces, and they occupy the fall loop and they have a density. Okay, so the simplest matter here it is the gases, and the scientists Bernoulli, Clausius, then Kelvin, Boltzmann, Maxwell, they have studied all these gases, their characteristic properties, and they formulated their theory as a kinetic theory of gases. And all of you know there are many gas laws, and already you have studied the Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law, Graham's law of diffusion. And in this chapter you have to also learn all these gas laws, and all of you know depending on the uh, obeying or depending on which gases follows the Charles law, Boyle's law, Graham's law at all temperatures of or at all temperatures and pressure. All such gases are called as ideal gas. In short, the ideal gases are the gases which obeys ideal gas laws at all conditions of temperature and pressure. And opposite of this, the non-ideal gases, that means perfect gases or real gases. And these real gases, perfect gases, they do not obey the ideal gas laws at all conditions of temperature and pressure. This is the introductory part, and all of you know the gas molecules are tiny and rigid and incompressible bodies and always in a random motion. Imagine gas molecules are tiny, rigid, incompressible and always in a random motion. They occupy the whole space which is available for their motion. And such a characteristics of a gas, and to derive the kinetic theory, some assumptions are made by the scientist, and we will see one by one the assumptions of kinetic theory of gases. The first assumption that they have made, that is the gases are made up of tiny, that means very small, rigid, that means incompressible, and they are spherical particles. Remember well, the gases are made up of tiny, rigid, spherical particles known as molecules or atoms in case of inert gases. In case of inert gases, we call that as a atoms. Okay, then this is the first postulate, first assumption. Here, gases are made up of tiny, rigid, spherical particles known as molecules, and in case of inert gases, we call them as atoms. Then, the second postulate here, the actual volume occupied by a molecule is negligible. The actual volume occupied by a molecule is negligible in comparison to the total volume of a gas, as the molecules are regarded as points. Here, the actual volume occupied by gas molecule is negligible in comparison to the total volume of the gas, as gas molecules are tiny or they are regarded as a points. This is the second assumption. Then the third assumption, the actual volume occupied by gas molecule is negligible. Actual volume occupied by gas molecule is negligible in comparison to the total volume. This is the second assumption. Then the third assumption, gas molecules are in random motion. Gas molecules are in random motion. During their motion, they collide with one another and also with the wall of the container. That means in which vessel we have taken a gas, on that wall of the vessel, gas molecules they collides and creates a pressure due to the random motion of gas molecules. Okay, gas molecules are always in random motion, and during their motion they collide with one another and also with the wall of the container in which the gas is enclosed. This is the third assumption. Then fourth assumption, the force applied by bombarding or colliding molecules on the unit area of the wall of the container is called pressure exerted by gas on the wall. I repeat, here the force applied by the bombarding or colliding molecules on the gas molecules on the unit area of the wall of the container is called a pressure exerted by a gas on the wall, and that pressure exerted by the gas on the wall, it is given by the formula pressure P, it is equal to force F divided by area, and if the area is unit area, then the pressure it becomes equal to force. Okay, pressure exerted by gas molecule it on the unit area, it becomes equal to the force. Then the fifth assumption, the collision of gaseous molecules is perfectly elastic. The collision on a gaseous molecules is perfectly elastic. That is, they rebound with the same speed upon the collision as before, but with no apparent loss of energy, only the direction of their motion being charged. Here, the collisions of gas molecules are perfectly elastic. That means when they collide with each other, their energy it does not loses. Its energy it remains constant. There is no loss of energy takes place while the gas molecules they bombard, they collide on the walls or with each other. Okay, and that collisions are called as elastic collisions. No appreciable loss of energy of the molecule is taken place, but only the direction of the motion is changed. Then the next assumption, that is attractive forces between molecules or between wall of the container are negligible. The attractive forces between molecules and wall of the container are negligible, being completely independent of one another. They move. There is no any loss of attractive force in between the molecule and wall takes place. Then the average kinetic energy is directly proportional to the absolute temperature, that is the all of you know the kinetic energy, it is given by 1 half m v square, where m it is the mass of the any molecule or any object and v it is the velocity of that object. And suppose our gas molecule it has v velocity and its mass suppose m, then the kinetic energy of the gas molecules it is given by 1 half mv square. And remember that the kinetic energy of the gas molecule is proportional to the absolute temperature. That means as temperature increases, the kinetic energy of the molecules also increases. Then the next assumption, there is hardly an effect of gravitational force on moving gases molecule. There is a very negligible effect of gravitational force on the moving gases molecules. Then the next assumption, the laws of classical mechanics, particularly the Newton's second law of motion, are applicable to the gaseous molecules. And all of you know the Newton's second law of motion, that means the action and reaction rule. Action and reaction rule. Equal action and it gives a equal reaction. That is the Newton's second law of motion. It is applicable to the gas molecules. These are the major postulates made by the scientist. We repeat here once again the postulates of the kinetic theory. So, listen properly. The major postulates of the kinetic theory. The first postulate, gases are made up of tiny, rigid, spherical particles. Gases are made up of tiny, rigid, spherical particles known as molecules, or in case of inert gases, they are called as atoms. Then, second assumption, the actual volume occupied by a molecule is negligible in comparison to the total volume of the gas, as molecules are regarded as tiny or very small. Then the third assumption, gaseous molecules are in a random motion. During their motion, they collide with one another and also with wall of the container in which gas is enclosed. Then the next assumption here, the force applied by colliding molecules or the force applied by bombarding gas molecules on the unit area of the wall of the container is called pressure exerted by gas on the wall, and it is given by the formula pressure P it is equal to force F upon area, that is A, and when the unit area is there we can write the pressure P it is equal to force. Then the next assumption here, the collision of a gaseous molecules are perfectly elastic. That means the all of you know the ball bearing if we drop that ball bearing on a plain surface, then that ball bearing it bounces on the surface of the table without losing its energy. That means that collisions of the ball bearing on the table, they are elastic. And if we take the another example of a ball, uh, then if we have the bounce of that ball on the ground, then what happens? After some time, the energy of the ball it decreases. That means that ball it stops to bounce. Okay, that means the energy of the ball after some time it goes on decreasing, but it does not take place in case of ball bearing. So such a collisions are elastic. They such collisions are elastic. That means there is no loss of energy takes place in the collisions of the gas molecule. That is, they rebound with the same speed upon collision as before. Okay, that collisions are perfectly elastic collisions. Then the attractive forces between molecules or between molecules and wall of the container are negligible. There are no any kind of attractive force exert in between the molecules of the gas as well as in between the wall of the container and gas molecules. Okay, then the next assumption, the average kinetic energy is directly proportional to the absolute temperature, that is Ke kinetic energy 1 half mv square, it is proportional to absolute temperature, and it means that as temperature increases the kinetic energy increases and also the velocity of the gas molecules increases. Then there is hardly an effect of gravitational force on the moving gases molecules. And the last postulate, the laws of classical mechanics, particularly the Newton's second law of motion, are applicable to the gases molecules. Okay, these are the assumptions of kinetic theory of gases, and for next lecture we will see the derivation of gas equation. Okay, so the gases are simplest form of matter, and gas molecules are very small tiny particles. They are rigid means incompressible bodies and always in a random motion. Okay, these such a characteristics of gas molecules, they are studied in this chapter. Okay, so we will see the derivation of kinetic gas equation in the next lecture. So study well and stay home. Keep corona away from you. So all the best. Thank you.